Welcome back, everyone. Today we're diving into something really practical, actually. Tackling those everyday muscle aches and pains.
Yeah, specifically looking at making your own CBD balm at home,
Yeah.
cutting through some of the confusion.
Exactly. Forget those expensive store-bought things with mystery ingredients. We found a fantastic guide, really simple, that shows how you can make something potent and personalized. It feels like a bit of a game changer for self-care,
Yeah,
honestly.
it really does. So many people are looking for natural options, not necessarily pharmaceutical stuff, whether it's after exercise or just like chronic
Or
ache.
even just sitting too long.
Right. And we came across this brilliant guide on 420formulator.com. It's run by Mike Harmon. He's known as the 420 Formulator. Really interesting background.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's a retired professional cosmetologist, spent years creating custom formulas for salons, spas, that kind of thing. And he's really skilled at incorporating cannabis, especially CBD, for pain relief into these, well, quite effective homemade products.
That explains why the guide felt so, I don't know, professional, but also really simple. What struck me was how accessible it felt. Like, you could actually make this.
Totally. It's empowering. So we're talking about cannabis muscle rubs, or you might hear them called topicals, salves, ointments.
Lots of names for basically the same idea.
Pretty much. They've gotten super popular lately for muscle pain. And what's great is the flexibility. You can use them before you exercise.
To warm up the muscles, improve blood flow.
Exactly. Help prevent injury. But they're also fantastic after exercise. Once you've cooled down, showered, helps with recovery.
And a big practical point you mentioned earlier, they sink in fast.
Yeah, absorbs quickly, doesn't feel greasy, and crucially, won't stain your clothes. Big win there.
That is huge. But here's what really got me interested, and why I think this isn't just niche. It's not just for hardcore athletes.
Oh, definitely not.
Like, sure, a bodybuilder or runner would love it. But it works just as well if you're, say, just starting gentle exercises or even, like me, using it on knees and ankles before a walk.
Or after a long day on your feet. We all have muscles, right? They all need a bit of looking after.
Totally. So let's get into the how, the science bit. It's mainly CBD, right? Cannabidiol.
That's the star player, yes. Derived from hemp or cannabis. And the really important thing everyone needs to remember, it won't get you high. Zero psychoactive effects like THC.
Still a common confusion, though.
It is. But when you put it on your skin, the CBD mainly talks to receptors right there in your skin and the tissues underneath.
Part of that endocannabinoid system you hear about.
Exactly. Your body's own balancing system for things like pain and inflammation. And the research is pretty solid now. Studies show CBD helps reduce pain and inflammation for things like arthritis, MS, but also just general muscle soreness.
So it targets the problem area directly.
Right, without the systemic side effects you might get from pills.
Okay, quick clarification then, because people always ask, why no high if it's from cannabis?
Good question. So when you ingest THC, it hits your bloodstream, crosses into the brain, and interacts with receptors there, causing the high. But with topicals like this, the CBD mostly stays local. It interacts with skin receptors, muscle tissue receptors. It generally doesn't get into your bloodstream in large enough amounts to reach the brain and cause any psychoactive effect.
Got it. Local action only. Makes
Right.
sense.
Precisely.
So if someone whiffs this up, how long until they feel that relief? Is it instant?
Usually you're looking at maybe 15 minutes up to an hour, somewhere in that window.
Okay, so pretty quick, relatively speaking.
Yeah. And interestingly, if you use it regularly, consistently, you might find it starts working a bit faster over time. Your body gets used to it. It's all about that targeted relief, no high. That's the appeal for so many.
It really does sound like a great tool. And scientifically, what's the mechanism for reducing inflammation? What's CBD actually doing?
It's quite clever, biologically speaking. It works with your endocannabinoid system to basically tell your body to calm down the inflammation response. It inhibits the production of things called inflammatory cytokines.
The pro-inflammation messengers.
Exactly. And at the same time, it seems to increase the compounds that actually fight inflammation. Plus, it's an antioxidant, which helps reduce oxidative stress, another factor in inflammation.
So multiple angles.
Right. But always important to add the caveat. CBD products are great, but they shouldn't replace proper medical treatment prescribed by a doctor. Always best to check with a healthcare provider if you're unsure, especially with underlying conditions.
Absolutely essential advice. And okay, usage. Once you've made your balm, how often can you slap it on?
The usual advice is start small, just a little bit. See how it feels. Then you can gradually use more if you need it. Some find once a day is perfect. Others, maybe with more stubborn aches, might apply it a few times a day.
And it absorbs well, so layering is okay.
Yeah, it absorbs nicely. The main thing is, like any new skin product, just watch your skin. If you get any redness or itchiness, stop using it. See a doctor if it doesn't clear up. Standard stuff, really.
Standard common sense. Now, I remember reading in that 420 formulator post, Mike Harmon even mentioned something about tailoring it further.
Oh yeah, for the real enthusiasts. He touches on how you can actually select specific cannabis strains based on their aromatic compounds, the terpenes, to potentially enhance certain effects. The post gives some pointers on choosing strains that might align better with the kind of relief you're looking for.
Interesting. So you can get quite specific.
You really can. It's all about customizing.
Which brings us nicely to the ingredients themselves. What really struck me, looking at the recipe, was how, well, simple it is once you understand what each bit does. Not intimidating at all.
That's the beauty of it. Okay, first up, cannabis-infused olive oil. We all know olive oil from the kitchen, but it's a star in cosmetics too.
Right, less smelly, the cosmetic grade.
Generally, yeah. And it's packed with omega-9 oleic acid, really good for reducing muscle pain, good for skin conditions too. And crucially, it's heat stable, perfect for making those cannabis infusions.
And the blog post links to how to make the infused oil itself.
It does, yeah. Super helpful if you're starting completely from scratch. So that's your base.
Okay, base sorted. What next?
Next is rice bran wax. This stuff comes from, well, the bran of rice, the layer they take off to make white rice. It's a brilliant vegan alternative to beeswax.
Some people find beeswax a bit heavy or draggy on the skin, right?
Exactly. So rice bran wax gives a lighter feel. Its main job is thickening the oil blend, gives you that nice, solid balm texture that's easy to scoop and apply. Plus, it helps keep all those good ingredients on your skin.
Makes sense.
And a funny little warning from the article that I remembered: clean your gear while the wax is still liquid.
Oh, why is that?
Apparently, if it cools and solidifies in your sink pipes,
Yeah.
clogged drains, not fun.
Ooh, noted. Very practical tip. Avoid the plumber call-out.
Definitely. Okay, then we have squalane. This one's derived from olives.
Squalane. I've seen that in fancy face creams.
You probably have. It's wonderful stuff. It makes the balm spread really easily, gives it this lovely silky feel. But the key thing it does is help the other ingredients penetrate better.
Like a delivery booster.
Kind of, yeah. Helps the CBD and other goodies absorb more deeply into the skin so they can work more effectively. It's like giving them a VIP pass.
Nice. Okay, base oil, thickener, penetration enhancer. Well, what about the scent and the extra therapeutic kick?
That comes from eucalyptus globulus essential oil. Now, there are different types of eucalyptus oil, but this globulus variety is specifically picked for its analgesic properties.
Meaning pain relief.
Spot on. Great for easing sore muscle aches and pains. Aromatherapists love it for massage because it helps reduce inflammation and muscle spasms. It's steam distilled from the leaves.
And it has that classic, refreshing eucalyptus smell.
It does. Plus, it can help with mental focus, circulation. It contains things like camphor, too, which also helps with inflammation. Now, if you're not keen on eucalyptus or want a different sensation,
You can swap it.
yeah, the article mentions peppermint essential oil as an alternative. It contains menthol, which gives that cooling sensation. Really nice on hot, irritated skin, and still great for muscle aches.
So you have options depending on preference, cooling or warming-ish.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And just a quick safety note, always keep essential oils away from kids. Standard precaution.
Good reminder. So ingredient-wise, it's just those four main things. Infused oil, wax, squalane, essential oil.
Pretty much. And the equipment needed is basic, too. Rubbing alcohol to clean, paper towels, digital scales, you need accuracy there, a little stainless steel or glass jug, something to stir with, and a jar for the final product.
And the method sounds dead simple. Melt the fats, cool slightly, stir in the essential oil.
That's the gist of it. 2 phases. Fat phase, cool phase. And here's another huge plus that you mentioned earlier, because there's no water in this.
No water means no need for preservatives.
Bingo, which means it lasts ages, like 12 months or even longer. Super stable.
That's brilliant. Which really leads us to the why bother making it yourself part, compared to shop-bought stuff.
It's a massive difference, potentially. A lot of commercial CBD creams, even pricey ones, are mostly water, which sounds hydrating, but...
But CBD is fat-soluble, not water-soluble.
Exactly. So if your cream is, say, 70% water, how much actual CBD are you getting? You're often paying a lot for a very diluted product.
Ah, I see. So with the DIY balm, it's basically concentrated, Goodness. Oil and wax base, packed with the active stuff.
Precisely. You are in complete control. You know exactly what's in it, no weird fillers or synthetic fragrances unless you choose to add them, which you wouldn't here. And you control the potency.
You can make it stronger if you need more relief.
Yep. You decide how much CBD-infused oil goes in. It's tailored perfectly to you. Plus, think of the cost savings. Making it yourself is usually way more economical.
That's a huge draw. Control, purity, cost, and the satisfaction of making something that actually works for you.
Totally. And it's designed for ease of use, too. That solid balm texture means it won't leak in your bag.
Unlike lotion sometimes.
Right. You just scrape a little out with your fingernail, warm it between your palms, and it melts instantly for easy application right where it hurts. Simple, effective, elegant, really.
So, summing this all up, the big takeaway seems to be empowerment.
Right.
Understanding these simple bits, the ingredients, the process, lets you take charge of your own muscle relief.
Yeah. You've got the effectiveness of the cannabis rub, the fact that it's surprisingly easy to make, and that control over what goes on your body. It's not just following a recipe, it's informed self-care.
It really makes you think, doesn't it?
It does, and it kind of raises a bigger question, maybe something for you listening to ponder. How many other things that we use every day could we understand better, or maybe even make ourselves, if we just look past the packaging and saw the often quite simple components inside? That's a really interesting thought. Beyond just muscle rub.
Yeah. It's about being a more informed consumer or even creator in lots of areas.
Well, if this chat has got anyone interested, I genuinely recommend checking out the website we mentioned, 420formulator.com.
Oh, definitely.
Mike Harmon has loads more fantastic guides there. It's not just this muscle rub. There are recipes for creams, lotions, tons of info on essential oils, how-to guides for body butters, all sorts. It really is like a little treasure trove of practical, useful knowledge if you're into natural DIY stuff.
It really is worth exploring. So
Yeah.
yeah, we hope this inspires you to maybe dig a little deeper, continue your own exploration, and really discover the power that comes from understanding what goes into the products you use every day.